What's up, everyone? I'm CL Connolly, and today I just wanted to figure out, because this is something that I don't know. Okay, why is Wi-Fi required for everything? Like, lately, it seems like your TV needs Wi-Fi, your DVD players need Wi-Fi, everything, oops, sorry, everything needs Wi-Fi to function. So, when we bought the TV and the DVD player, we were told that, oh yeah, you need Wi-Fi in order to update. Update what? You put a DVD in the DVD player and hit play. Why does it need to be updated? Why does the TV need to be updated? I'm not doing anything with it. I don't have streaming services. And by the way, she is messing with my earlobe. Uh, but we don't have streaming services, so what do we need Wi-Fi on our TV for? Hi, sweet girl. But everything needs Wi-Fi. Your phone, most of the time, if you have an iPhone, then you understand. I almost bit your finger. If you have an iPhone, you understand that most of the time, needing Wi-Fi is actually detrimental to the function of your phone. Of course, where we live, the main reason why having Wi-Fi on your phone is good is because of the fact the signal, the cell phone service, is not that great. So Wi-Fi is always a little bit better to keep it running. The problem is, though, is that if they shut off the cell phone service, the Wi-Fi does work, but it works as sporadically as the cell phone service. What are you doing? She's literally just grabbing at my old lady skin. And yes, I'm going to call it that. The old lady skin in my neck. And if you can hear someone mowing, my husband's outside mowing. So, anyway, Wi-Fi. I don't get it. It seems like no matter what you do, video games now require Wi-Fi. My husband has games on his PlayStation he hasn't been able to play in like 3-4 years because he bought them. And when you put the disc inside, it requires Wi-Fi in order to download the friggin' game from the disc. Seriously? What happened to being able to put the disc in because you bought it and you paid $60, $70, $80 for the friggin' game? You put it into the machine and bloop, there's the game right there on the disc. Why does it all have to be, Wi-Fi related? Why is the disc only the download thing? It's stupid. It's ridiculous. And I cannot stand the fact that this is how life is going now. Everything requires Wi-Fi. I think it's dumb. I mean, I can pay bills on an app. So like, I have the banking app for my bank where we have credit cards through. So I know how to transfer money from my bank account to my credit cards. I can do that. I also have my Jeep loan through the bank. So I can transfer money from my account to my Jeep loan. Boom, those bills are paid. Great. I have an app for my electric bill. I just get on the electric company's app and just go boop, boop, and it's paid. I can do that. But for the RV that we still own, that my mother-in-law lives in, I have to get on my computer and sign in. And why the hell these passwords have to be so friggin' long with capital letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, and all kinds of other crap. I literally will pay the RV at the very last minute because I hate the password. I haven't even changed the password to my copyright thing, and it expired. The copyright password expires like every, 60, 90 days, something like that. So the last time it expired, I just said, forget it, because I do not like sitting here and writing down 50 different options for passwords for the copyright because of the fact that it has to be 16 characters with capital letters, lowercase letters, symbols, numbers, this, that. But 16? Seriously? Like, give me a break. I get it. It makes it harder to crack. If there's a breach, it makes it more difficult. But my problem is, though, is that, dude, for real, I am so sick of having to change my password every 60 to 90 days, whatever it is, right? So it expired. Yes, I have done this numerous times. So the next time I need to go file copyright, I will have to go in there and say, I don't have a fucking password. And they'll have to give me a temporary one, which I'll have to go in and then change that one. But the temporary one is so stupid because it's like number, capital letter, lowercase letter, symbol, capital letter, number, symbol, this, and it's stupid. I'm like, dude, for real. And it can't be the same password that you've had within like the last 10 changes. I don't friggin' know. I've changed it so many damn times. I'm not even sure what was the last one. I remember the very first password I ever had on there. It was 5 letters and 4 numbers. That's exactly what it was. Hell, the password to my email is a word. That's it. That's how long ago I got that email. It's literally a word, and it is the only password that I have that is just a word. It's the same word it's been since I got that email. It's never changed, and every single time I sign in, Google tells me, oh, you need to change your password, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But there are certain passwords that I have for other things that I've had for a really long time that's literally just letters and numbers. And it tells me, oh, you should change this password. It's been, found in a breach or something. And it's like, I'm sure that it hasn't been found in a data breach somewhere. But you're telling me this because it's so short and there aren't any symbols in it. Anyway, I don't understand the whole Wi-Fi deal. Some of the games, mobile games, require Wi-Fi or they won't function. Or at least some kind of service. So if you don't have service, you don't get the game. Right? Well, here's the deal. I really wish that you could still get electronics and stuff like that would function because you plugged it in. You know what I mean? Do you remember back in the day? Hey, can you stop that? I'm sorry. It's like, do you remember back in the day when you used to plug in your TV, set up the little antenna things, and then go, boom, I got channels. And if that channel came in a little fuzzy, you just went over and went, bunk, bunk, and kind of shifted the antenna just a slight bit. Yeah. Okay. So why can't we do that now? Why can't we just deal with rabbit ears? Yes, I'm that old. We also had one of those big box TVs with this square remote. I've actually had a TV that didn't have a remote. And it was nice when we finally got one. It actually sat on top of the big square TV. Because that big square TV did not work anymore. And that ended up turning into a cabinet. I think my parents still have that cabinet, as a matter of fact. But anyway, so the very first TV we ever got with a remote sat on top of another TV. And if you didn't have that as a kid, you were cool. I don't know. Anyway, I am so tired of everything requiring some form of Wi-Fi to work. I've noticed that now your refrigerator, some refrigerators actually need Wi-Fi in order to use the functions that it has, where it can tell you whether or not you need friggin' milk or certain items on your grocery list. Dude, come on, seriously? Why do I need my refrigerator to tell me what I need on my grocery list? And then on top of that, the washer dryer. The washer and dryer now, you can set it up with Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Baby monitors you can set up with Wi-Fi. Your stove you can set up for Wi-Fi. I mean, seriously. The range will actually need Wi-Fi. I don't need Wi-Fi. I'm not going to set a timer on an app on my phone for my, stove to turn on when I need it to. Or, set a timer on an app for my washer and dryer to start up. No, if I'm going to do laundry, I'm going to do laundry. If I'm going to cook, I'm going to cook. If I'm going to open my refrigerator, I don't want to close it and it tell me, hey, by the way, you need some more milk. No fucking way, bitch. I just took it out. Of course I need milk. It's gone now. I have it in my hand. I'm sorry. The whole Wi-Fi issue is really irritating me. I just wish we could go back to the days when we could watch TV on a DVD player and it worked. And you don't need Wi-Fi every so often for it to pop up and go, hey, you need an update. Bitch, for what? What do you need to update? Reading the disc? What does the TV need to update? Being a TV? Like, for real. That's like, you need to update for being a TV? I don't understand. Layla, honey, hey, Layla, please stop licking your feet, honey pie. So, anyway, and the game systems. Okay, we do have an Xbox 360. The Xbox 360, we have not purchased any new games for since the Xbox One came out. Only because of the fact that my husband has a PS4. So, because of his PS4, he doesn't really play the Xbox 360, and I only played the Xbox 360 for Rock Band And that's hardly ever anymore because I have way too much going on. I'm writing all of these books to get them out. I have enough books to write, to publish one per year through 2029. And then in 2030, I'll be publishing once a month because I have my holiday collection. And then from 2031 to 2042, I have enough books to publish 2 a year. And that is my plan. At this point, I have all of the books written that will be published from 2025 to 2029. I have all of those written. They're ready to go. Roadkill Cafe is with my beta readers. I just finished doing the edits, my second or third round of edits for Citizen's Assassin, which will be going to my beta readers in November. And then, it's November. And then I have the other books that I have not revealed the titles for. And at this point, I am writing the 4th book in the holiday series, which would be the one that would be published in April of 2030. So I do have a lineup going on. And next month, I believe I am, next month is what, September? I should be getting the beta reader edits back for Roadkill Cafe so that I can go ahead and do that. But I don't think I'm doing that until later in the year. But either way, I'm editing a book because I'm writing one this month. I'm editing one next month. That's how I know it. But either way, whatever. I don't need Wi-Fi to write. I will tell you that much. I do not need Wi-Fi to write, and thank goodness for that. I do not need Wi-Fi to write. But I don't understand why everything needs to have Wi-Fi just to function sometimes. Like, seriously. And yes, she's trying to eat the tag off my shirt. But seriously, why do we need Wi-Fi for everything? Can't we just plug stuff in? Like, my parents have a rotary phone, and that rotary phone no longer works. Like, well, okay, it works. Like, they can answer it. They just can't dial out from it because it's what they call an analog phone, and everything is running off of digital now. And because you can't press one, yeah. So there you go. They can't dial out on that phone, but they can answer it. And not only that, but is there anyone out there past, say, the kids that were born in up to 1985? And I say kids that were born up to 1985 because that's some millennial and mostly Gen X. Okay, I can't say all millennials because I'm willing to guarantee that not all millennials actually can. But can you read an actual clock? Like an analog clock with the hands and stuff like that? Is that taught in schools anymore? I'm the one who taught my son, who is a Gen Z. Okay, I taught him how to read an analog clock. Could he do it now? Maybe. I'm not sure. It's one of those things where it's like, it seems like you forget that kind of thing if you're not looking at it constantly. I taught him how to read an analog clock. The first watch I ever bought him was an analog watch. So it had the hands and stuff on it. So he had to learn how to tell time. But as soon as he got his cell phone, it was like all of a sudden, bloop, I don't know how to read a clock. I don't give a shit. My parents have them all over their house. So if you can't tell from their grandfather clock, their cuckoo clocks, and yes, my parents have clocks that make noise all over their house, but that's like a typical, late 60s, 70s, year old, late 60s and 70-year-olds. That's like their thing where they all make noise. But anyway, but yeah, most of their clocks around their house, I think the only one they have that's digital is actually their stove. The rest of them are all analog. And a lot of their grandkids and stuff like that, nieces, nephews, things like that, they don't know how to read those clocks. And I think the next time I'm over there, I'm going to ask my son if he can tell me what time it is. Most of them only know what time it is because the clock strikes the top of the hour and it dings, or one of them, they make noise and stuff like that. And when they make noise, then they count how many dings it makes. And they're like, oh, it's, 12 o'clock, whatever. It's like, seriously. Does anybody know how to read a real clock these days? I don't know. Anyway, this is how she is in the morning. This is why I normally try to film in the afternoon, because she's just so lovey in the morning. She's not really a morning person. She's just sweet and lovey. Yeah, aren't you, baby? Yeah. My sweet girl. So, anyway, that's it. Why is Wi-Fi required, and what happened to analog clocks? Does anybody actually know how to read them? Anyone who was born after 1985. Because I feel like all the kids born after 1985, it's like they just decided, we don't need to teach them cursive and how to read a clock. I remember the big yellow clock. Big yellow clock. His nose was the hands, and it had the, yeah. I'm sorry. I also remember certain parts of the alphabet song from when I was in kindergarten, way back in the day. But it was like each individual letter had its own little song. Anyway, I'm just going to stop because now I'm just going to start ranting about things that, don't exist anymore, and it seems like nobody ever learns about anymore. Wi-Fi is required for everything, and life is set on digital screens, and that's how everything works now. Like, I watched a guy at some McDonald's get all ticked off. I was watching Karen videos, but some guy got ticked off because he didn't want to take the order at the actual, register. He wanted them to use that big ass screen at the kiosk to order their food, and then he could take their credit or their cash payments if they wanted. Dude, just do your fucking job. I don't think he even knows how to use the damn thing. I think he's just standing there. That's what it is. I don't know how to use this digital machine. I don't know. I just think he didn't want to do his job either, because that happens. But either way, I don't know. I hate Wi-Fi. I hate, needing something in order for shit to function. Yes, I get it. To watch YouTube and stuff like that requires some form of internet connection. I know. But how cool would it be if that wasn't the case? Like, if you were already watching a video, it's not going to stop just because the Wi-Fi kicked you off. I'm just saying, stupid buffer. I don't know. Either way, like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I don't give a shit. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just here rambling, hanging out with my baby monkey and my 2 dogs. Yep, that's it. That's all I do. I sit here and I write and I hang out with my babies. But anyway, okay, bye-bye.